Oh snap, Glaze is going live.
Good day, good day, good day, good day. Thank you for joining me. Just in case you join me for the very first time, I am the real Bryant Glaze Gibbs. For more of my story, Google Bryant, B-R-I-A-N, Glaze, G-L-A-Z-E, Gibbs, G-I-B-B-S. I was once the problem. Now what I seek to do is right my wrong, become part of the solution. You know what? Anything that you hear from me, honestly speaking, is the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth. Nobody gonna come along and say, yo, this guy, you know what? They can come around and say, oh, this guy's making shit up. I don't have to. Everything about us right now is public record. You know what today I'm talking about is this, man. Here it is right now with shout out to Sarah Wallace. She do an outstanding job bringing justice, bringing everything out, bringing the truth out. And right now where she brought up a story, about Quarterfield. Everybody speaking about Quarterfield. Quarterfield used to be purity hell over there by the Kingsborough Project and Ocean Hill, Brownsville. He was pure D hell. And he had a lot of people scared to death of him. And I remember the group that was responsible, the individual that was responsible for taking him out. And you know what? Right now was all along. It always been, right now was from the story from 1986 when Quarterfield got hit. Who shot and killed Quarterfield? Who was the only person that shot and killed Quarterfield was Rick Williams. Rick had balls. Rick had heart. And right now is, guess what? On the direction on some clown, some sissies. Rick went out there and put Quarterfield out of his misery. He turned his TV off. And you know what? It's sad. And right now is, I didn't know Lorenzo Glaspie, was part of that case because he didn't have nothing to do with it. You know what wound up happening was, after Rick put it on Quarterfield, guess what? Nuke came along, snatched him up, put him in a car. Like, yo, here, Quarterfield, I'm going to save you. I'm going to help you. There was only two people involved. And right now is the work that Rick put in, only thing Nuke had to do is take the dude, like drive him from a distance and drop him off at the hospital because he's going to die anyway. But Nuke, dumb ASS, he finished it off. But listen to Sarah Wallace, and I'll be back.
The controversy.
The Brooklyn DA's office here consented to a hearing on Lorenzo Glaspie's claim of actual innocence, but that meant they had to turn over a lot of evidence to the defense. Now a spokesman is blasting Glaspie's team for sharing it with the media, adding they are standing by the 35-year-old conviction.
My buddy, my crew.
At 64, Lorenzo Glaspie has a new life, released from prison 20 years ago, but he is still haunted by the label of convicted killer he got in 1989.
I'm going to fight to the end. I'm going to do my best to clear my name.
Back in January, we were in court when a Brooklyn judge ordered a rare hearing on new evidence surrounding Glaspie's conviction.
Am I correct, Ms. Toder, that the prosecution is consenting to an evidentiary hearing with respect to the claims of newly discovered evidence and actual innocence?
Yes, Your Honor.
Glaspie and a co-defendant, Anthony Jennings, were charged and convicted for shooting a drug dealer named Quarterfield, real name James Baker. Jennings, who also is out of prison, has publicly claimed recently Glaspie had nothing to do with the crime. Instead, Jennings named his accomplice as Little Rick Williams.
So if you did the least little thing to me, I want to inflict the most pain possible. So most of the time, I wind up somebody getting killed.
Glaspie's defense team says they just received scores of documents the judge ordered the Brooklyn DA's office to turn over, including critical information detailing benefits given to the prosecution's only witness, Barry Antley, who had recanted his testimony before he died in 2009.
They've claimed that any benefit to Mr. Antley was speculative, entirely without merit. He was paid. He's paid for months afterwards. He's given money for meal allowances, incidentals, a security deposit on a new apartment, furniture, hundreds of dollars for furniture. It shocks the conscience.
He came and testified at trial saying that he seen me do the shooting. I knew it was a lie because I'm innocent.
The DA's office, now responding to the new evidence, maintains Antley was relocated and supported after the trial because of threats, adding it was a miscommunication when the office said last month a review of the trial file does not reveal post-trial contact between Antley and the KCDA.
There's no indication that there's any threat to him. If we had not received this discovery in relation to the hearing, this lie may have been continued in perpetuity.
But there's more controversy. This recording the defense team just obtained, not from the DA's office, but from a defense attorney representing Anthony Green, another Brooklyn man trying to prove his innocence. Reporter Chris Glorioso highlighted that case in May.
Quarterfield.
You can hear a witness being questioned by Charles Lenehan, the chief of the DA's Conviction Review Unit, nearly 2 years ago. Without prompting, she mentions Little Rick as the shooter of Quarterfield, the man Glaspie was convicted of killing.
He shot Quarterfield. Okay. Now that's interesting, right? Because there's a big mystery about the Quarterfield murder, right? And you're saying Little Rick shot Quarterfield.
A DA spokesman told us that since the conversation was connected to an unrelated case, he, Lenehan, was not in a position to know its implication on Mr. Glaspie's case and therefore had nothing to disclose or follow up on.
How would you describe it? Just completely shocking. This is exculpatory evidence that should have been given to Mr. Glaspie in September of 2022 when this was recorded.
How do you look at the DA's office now?
I can't trust them. There's no trust in the system.
A hearing date has not yet been set. The DA's office stressing it will be up to the defense to prove that the prosecution's star witness got a deal to testify. From downtown Brooklyn, Sarah Wallace, News 4.
Hey, I just heard it, man. And to me, it's kind of sad. How many people you have seen went away for stuff they didn't do? How many folks you see like went away for, you know what I'm saying, 20, 30, 40 years of their life for something they didn't do? And like I said right now, honestly speaking, I was part of that time frame. And to me, honestly speaking right now, everybody know I made a deal. And like I said right now guess what? Rim did not have nothing to do with the late James Baker, a.k.a. Quarterfield death. He didn't have nothing to do with it. And everybody know, guess what? May Rick's soul rest in peace and the spirit be lifted. But Rick been gone since what? April 1989. And once again, like I said right now, was this. Here it is. Rick, he got some bodies under his belt. But once again, Rim had nothing to do with that. Rick, had enough courage. He went and he hit, Quarterfield up. Blast him. Pow, 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 pow. And right now, based upon what Rick did to Quarterfield, right now, Quarterfield was going to die regardless. And this so happened, you got this knucklehead, this idiot, being young. And like I told you, he was only 16 at the time. But once again, the people that was, behind it, guess what? They didn't have the balls. So once again, he had more balls. I was trying to impress them. And he went and, put Quarterfield in his Mercedes-Benz, act like, I'm going to help him. But what he did was something stupid. He finished it off when he didn't have to. So he did 20-something, 30 years just for being stupid. Hey, hit the like button. Subscribe, share, support. I am the real Glaze Gibbs. One love.